Hello, Chris.
Hello.
Hello, nice to see you. I'm really excited to present my design for your living room. I'm going to run through all the initial thoughts and ideas and requirements that we talked about when we first met. You answered a number of questions about how you use the room and your likes and dislikes. And I came up with a brief, and hopefully I've managed to fulfill this for you. So here's a little reminder for the main points we discussed. So the floor plan, which I'll show you just here on the laptop.
Yeah.
The room's mainly used by yourself alone for relaxing, watching TV, occasional casual entertaining of close friends. So you want a room that is comfortable, homely, stylish, and a reflection of your personality. You do also rent out your flat regularly through Airbnb to a maximum of 4 guests at a time. The living room, which we are currently focusing on, is often used as a second bedroom. Therefore, it also needs to be warm and welcoming with practical and durable fixtures and features. For example, easy to use blinds and curtains which block the light for anyone sleeping in here. Also easy to clean and hard-wearing floor. The general style we've chosen for you is an eclectic design. It will incorporate various vintage items, but will give an overall modern look and feel. The room will be cosy, warm, classic and inviting. So we'll look at the inspiration page here.
Okay.
To gather inspiration for the project, I used a couple of items from the room. The triangular plant stand, this one here. And as mentioned previously, also this vintage dial, this one here, just to remind you.
Yeah, that's it.
Which you told me how much you love. You also spoke about your love of aeroplanes and travel souvenirs. I did a bit of research into vintage aeroplane posters and found some great images with lovely rich colours, and they provided a lot of inspiration for the themes. I also researched the gentleman's club style, which we discussed, again to provide inspiration for colour themes and general feel and style of the room. I used some of my favourite images here on this inspiration page. And if you wanted to take the design further at any point, I do have many ideas for lighting and furniture which would draw further on this inspiration. For example, a vintage tripod floor lamp, which I thought would look great, or a bar trolley, industrial polished steel cabinets to house all your treasures as well.
Trinkets.
Now we'll talk about the 3 main areas which we're focusing on in a little bit more depth. So first of all, the walls. You did talk about wanting a dark, dramatic wall, although you weren't specific about which colour you wanted or where. These elevations, which I'll show you here, detail a couple of the walls, and I thought this west-facing wall was a great one to add colour to, along with the windows. It's the main point of focus of the room, since the sofas face it and the TV is against it. After looking at a number of options, I decided to go with this Hicks blue colour, which is right here for you.
Oh, that's nice actually.
I thought it was a very classic colour, won't date, and goes well with the other colours, which we'll come to. It won't look odd with any existing furnishings that you've got either. It's not so dark that it would make the room feel small and completely dominate either. And you talked about a traditional gentleman's club style, which again, I feel that fits along with.
Yeah.
The other walls left neutral as you requested, but with the skirting boards painted a slightly grey colour, just to kind of bring it all together.
Yeah.
Move on to the flooring. In the brief you said that the floor needs to be hard wearing and you'd like something darker than your current laminate, easy to maintain also. Initially I looked at some of the different materials like cement and cork, but in the end just concluded that hardwood floor was more practical and classic. It also provides a warm and cosy feel which will work well against the cooler blue and white walls. This floor sample here, this one here.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's darker, isn't it?
Yeah.
That as
It's durable, easy to clean and maintain as we've requested. And in addition to the hardwood floor, I've also suggested a large new wool rug. There's an example of it here. It's not a proper sample, but it gives you an idea of a pattern.
Oh, okay. Yeah. With the triangles on.
Yeah, so I took the inspiration from the triangles from
nice.
this, with your little plant stand there. And you said you really like geometric shapes and patterns. So again, that all ties in together there. It's also a really good way to add a bit of pattern and softness to the room whilst maintaining a masculine style.
Yeah.
Okay, and finally we'll talk about the windows. So in the brief we stated that we wanted to bring more light in through these French doors, but it must be possible and also easy to fully black out the room to Airbnb guests.
Yeah.
So the large French doors are the key feature of the room, so I felt they should be dramatically framed, and I chose this mustard colour. as it really complements that blue nicely.
Yeah,
you can see there together.
Yeah.
I also felt that a light, although bold shade, would help to keep some brightness in the space. I chose velvet to add some texture and also felt it fitted in with that gentleman's luxurious theme that we talked about. Curtains will be hung on curtain rings with a black metal pole. There's a small sample of that there.
Okay.
Easy for visitors to use. That will keep it looking modern there. The heaviness of the fabric should help to keep the room dark. But I've also suggested some blackout roller blinds behind there.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that it's really dark and they'll sit flush against the windows. Also thought the blinds might be useful. Maybe in the summer if you just want to block out the light to watch TV but don't want to draw the heavy curtains all the time. Yeah, maybe just close a little bit of them. So this sketch here, I'll just show you, that will give you a good idea of how the room will look overall. So concentrating on those two walls where most of the changes will be taking place. It shows the contrast between the dark walls and the brighter curtains, as well as the warmth and texture of the hardwood floor. So overall, I feel I've managed to meet the requirements of the initial brief. The room will be cosy yet masculine and stylish, creating a perfect environment for you to relax and entertain friends. It also incorporates hard-wearing practical elements which will be durable and easy for you and your Airbnb guests to use, as well as feeling inviting and homely to them too. The room reflects the gentleman's club style we discussed and incorporates your love of geometric shapes. The final design will be neither too minimal nor too cluttered as you've specified, and will incorporate your travel souvenirs and display items so none of your personality is lost. I really hope you're pleased with the design and I welcome any feedback. Any general thoughts?
I think it's really lovely. I love those colours. I really like that fabric as well, because I think that's something I probably wouldn't have gone for, but actually looking at it now, I think that would work really well on there. And it's so thick as well, so it would do the whole light thing. I love that idea of a skirting board as well, a different colour, and actually going round, because that does kind of like draw the whole room together, doesn't it? I just think the colours work really well together.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I like it.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.